Assalamu alaikum, inshallah you're well guys. So last week I spoke about traveling for work, the costs involved, what you'll be reimbursed for, and it made me think about my own travels because alhamdulillah, through my work travels I had the opportunity to go to New York. Now I went to New York with a friend of mine on a holiday, but a large amount of it was paid for by loyalty points I'd built up through my work travels. Now I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for that trip, but I did end up saving thousands of pounds. And today I'm going to give you some tips and tell you how to be a bit savvy when booking travel for work. Firstly, you've got to understand loyalty points. And if you don't know what they are, it's exactly as it says on the tin. They are points that are awarded by companies to customers for their loyalty. So as an example, if you fly with Emirates, you may be rewarded with air miles for flying with them. If you stay at a Hilton hotel, you may be awarded Hilton Honors points. If you stay at an IHG hotel, again, they will have their own loyalty program where they will offer you points. And you can use these points for, say, a free night at a hotel, maybe money off your next flight if you book direct, or products. It may be with certain loyalty programs, you can transfer points and say buy an Amazon gift card or a gift card with another company. To claim these points, you have to be registered with that company's loyalty program. So lesson number one is if you have a rough idea of where you're going and where you'll be staying, before you book any travel, make sure you are registered with that company's loyalty program. Secondly, depending on the firm that you work for, you may have a travel booking system in place. Now that is very common for larger firms and it's more common in smaller firms that you may have to book the travel yourself, which is definitely better for racking up points. So websites can make a lot of money if you click on their links and purchase something from a different website. So they'll use cookies to monitor your activity, see what you're searching, and then there will be ads directed at you. And if you click on that ad to go ahead and purchase something, say from Next, that website will get a kickback from the retailer. And there are websites out there that will give you cashback or loyalty points for clicking through them. So as an example, rather than go and buy directly from Sports Direct, you'd go to a website such as topcashback.co.uk. I'm not promoting them guys, it's just a website that was quite popular when I was growing up, and you would click on the Sports Direct link through them. You'd be redirected to the Sports Direct website as normal. So you are purchasing directly from Sports Direct, carry on with your purchase, and then a few weeks later, you would get some cashback, say a few percentage points. It's nothing amazing guys, but it's better than nothing. You were going to spend that money anyway, so you may as well get a little kickback for your efforts. And airlines in particular have clocked onto this. So now they offer points if you click through them. So you can sign up with say British Airways or Virgin Atlantic, and they will have their own e-shopping portal and they will have thousands of retailers on there. If you buy through them, instead of giving you cashback, they'll give you air miles instead. It comes down to preference guys. Do you want money back from a website such as Top Cashback, or would you rather accumulate points through British Airways or Virgin Atlantic? Those are just two examples that I'm aware of guys. There could be plenty more out there, but there are two things to be aware of. Firstly, the cashback or the points is normally awarded a few weeks later. You have to wait around 45 days, I think most schemes will offer, and the reason why is to prevent people from just purchasing stuff, getting the points and then refunding the items later on. Secondly guys, if you use a discount code, your reward may be reduced or you may receive nothing at all. It does depend on each retailer and the agreement they have in place. So it's important you read the terms and conditions before you click through to the retailer's website. So that's cashback websites guys. So when you don't have a travel booking system in place at work and you have to book travel yourself, you can use one of these sites to build up points or get some money back when booking your hotel, and then you'll also get loyalty points when you stay at the hotel as well. You may also use an intermediary. So instead of booking direct through Hilton or another hotel brand, you will go through a website such as hotels.com or bookings.com. But one thing to be aware of guys is that there are some loyalty programs who will not give you points if you book through an intermediary. They will only award you if you book direct through the website. So let me paint a picture for you guys, and I just want to make it clear I'm not promoting any of these brands. So you need to book travel for work and you don't have a travel booking system in place, so you're booking it yourself and you use a cashback website. Through them, you click through to hotels.com. Now for clicking through and purchasing through hotels.com, you get a few percentage points back of whatever you spent as cashback. When booking through hotels.com, they have their own loyalty program in place, so you will get loyalty reward nights. And let's just say you book an IHG hotel. So you go and stay at an IHG hotel, and for that stay, you rack up IHG loyalty points as well. Now through that one transaction, you've built up loyalty points or cashback through 3 different programs. If your company uses a travel booking system, then you can't get cashback because you have to book travel through that particular system, but you may get loyalty points with the hotel provider or the airline that you fly with. But remember what I said before, guys. Sometimes you may not be awarded those points because you book through an intermediary. So something to be aware of. Final bit to note, guys, is that in many instances, you can transfer loyalty points from one provider to another because many companies will have partnerships in place. So as an example, you may be able to convert IHG loyalty points into Virgin Atlantic Air Miles and vice versa. So obviously, guys, that can influence your choice of hotel or airline that you choose to fly with, because instead of having points everywhere that don't add up to much, you can pool your points together into one program where you may then have enough for a free hotel stay or money off your next flight. Now, some of you at this stage may have wondered, why haven't I spoken about credit cards yet? Because they can also offer loyalty points. A good example for a lot of people in the corporate world is American Express. You can sign up, they offer a bonus, and then you can transfer those points over to a number of airline companies or hotel companies. Now, credit cards are haram, meaning impermissible for Muslims. We're not allowed to have them because they go against our religion. Now, if you're non-Muslim watching this, guys, please do watch this. I know you may not be interested, but it's a good opportunity for you to learn, and it may spark an interesting conversation with some Muslim colleagues you may have. Now, I tend to avoid speaking about Islamic matters because I'm not a person of knowledge, and that's still the case. I'm not knowledgeable on the religion, I'd say. I know I say salam, but that does not make me religious in any sense. But I do speak about riba quite openly in my community. I do have honest discussions with people I see, and I know that it is a big pressure when you enter the corporate world. So that's why I'm going to speak about this a bit more openly today. Now, riba is a broad reference to excess. Now, there's a common misconception that riba refers to interest only, but it goes much more beyond that. And a simple way of explaining this is that if a Muslim gives you £5, they can't take £10 back. And vice versa, if you give me £5, I can't give you £10 back. We cannot consume riba. Obviously, guys, it does go into much deeper than that. There's a lot more thought and explanation behind it, but I'm just giving you guys a simple explanation. And riba is present in most credit agreements. And the 2 most common forms of riba we tend to see are late payment fees. So if you don't pay on time, you will have to pay a fee on top. And secondly, interest. And it goes far wider than credit card agreements. Remember, guys, I said credit agreements. So if you have a buy now, pay later deal, 0% finance offer, if they have late payment fees or interest written in the contract, it doesn't matter whether you pay or not. If it's written in the contract, then it becomes haram. And you can understand the logic, right? You're agreeing to go against your Lord. Why would you do that? And unfortunately, in a lot of Muslim communities, especially in the UK, this is seen as acceptable. I know that legally we are allowed to take out credit agreements in the UK, but it's not legally enforced on us. We don't have to have a credit card. We don't have to have a mortgage. We don't have to have a buy now, pay later agreement. So actually, why would you agree to go against your Lord by signing one of these agreements? And it is very serious, guys. Our Lord has told us that if you deal in interest, you are companions of the fire. And if you do not give this up, be informed of a war from your Lord and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, there are some people who will try and justify credit cards. They will say things such as, you don't just sign up for the credit, or you may not even sign up for the credit at all. You may not need it. You actually sign up for the loyalty points or the extra protection that's offered by credit cards. But it's very simple. Think of it like a decision tree. When you're offered a credit card before you sign the agreement, think, does this involve riba? Yes, it does. I'm agreeing to go against my Lord. Why would I do that? I'm stupid for thinking like that. I'm not going to sign this. Everything after that, whether you do it for points, whether you do it for protection, none of that matters. It becomes secondary. The main thing is, does it involve riba? Yes, avoid it. End of story. It's quite simple. But inshallah, I'll leave it there, guys. Take it from someone who knows that riba is a very big trap when you become a working professional. If there is a lot of interest, pardon the pun, we may talk about this more deeper in another video. But as always, any questions or queries, please feel free to comment below or message me on Instagram.